Good morning, fellow resellers. All right, so I'm going to be working on an Amazon shipment, and I'm just going to sit here and talk for a minute. Do you think like an employee or a small business owner? Personally, I try to encourage my co-workers to actually do a little bit more every once in a while. And last night, I was talking to one of my co-workers, and I was telling him, I actually told him how much I make. I don't do that very often. And I told him how many items I have in the warehouse, in the Amazon warehouse, how many items I have listed between all of my eBay accounts. And he's like, man, that's just too much. And it's like, well, I make this much money. He's like, man, if I made that much money, I'd buy me a new car. Really? That is the thought of an employee. As a small business owner, you don't go thinking, I'm going to go buy a new car. You go thinking, well, if I need a new car, I'll buy a used one. One that I can use for my business, because you don't need a brand spanking new car. Like, employees think, oh, I have this much money, I'm going to go buy lots of stuff. It's like, okay. Me personally, I have this much money. I'm going to go buy a whole bunch of stuff so I can turn around and sell it for more money. That is the thought of a small business owner. That is what I think of when I have a whole lot of money. And right now, I don't have a whole lot of money because when my van broke down, I had to take all of my money, even the money that I'd just gotten from my, at the time, recent Amazon deposit, because, my van broke down and I needed money to get it fixed. And then I had no money to go buying more items so that I could turn around and send them off to Amazon. So my money kind of became a almost screeching halt. Yeah, that was bad, but I had to have transportation. And yes, I did get it fixed. Yes, I am getting back up, but it's when you stop sending stuff to Amazon, when you stop listing items on eBay, your funds come to an almost screeching halt. And luckily, stuff is coming back up, and I'm sending stuff in. And just yesterday, one of the items that I had just sent into Amazon, that I was lucky I picked up for like $1.50 at Goodwill, DVD, sold for $70. So I was happy about that. How often can you get a DVD that you can sell for $70? That's a really good question. I'm looking for more. I would love to have more. Alright, that one's going to need special attention. But, yep, that is just one thing I at least wanted to put in your head, make you think about it. Do you think I have this much money, I'm going to go buy a whole bunch of stuff on me, for me, not to put back into my business? Yeah. He's a special lot. He unfortunately lives with his parents, and his mother wants him to drop out of high school so that he can work a job full-time so there can be more money coming into the house. And I told him, don't. I went off. It's like, dude, I know this is what's going on in your house. Don't. Because this, that, and the other. Like, at least get your high school education. You become a high school dropout, after you turn 18, getting a job is near impossible. There's so many places that won't let you work if you don't have at least a high school education. Yeah, at least get the high school education. Past that, do whatever you want. Me, I went to college for 2 years. Then, long story short, I had a free ride. After 2 years, I didn't have... It wasn't all paid. I ran out of funding, so I stopped going to college, but I at least had 2 years of college under my belt. My first interview after I left college was with a bank. I was really hoping to get that one. Yeah, that didn't pull through. But, long story short, I'm now a small business owner, and I sell anything and everything I can get my hands on for a profit. I was actually delivering a pizza to a guy last night, and he was organizing his comic book collection. And I was like, I took a quick look, and we got to talking. It turned out most of his comic book collection was from 1976 and older. He said he stopped collecting in 1976. And he had somebody going on and on to him about his comic book collection, which was why he started organizing it. He said he actually does have somewhere in his collection the comic book with the first appearance of Wolverine. Now, I don't know too much about comic books, but I do know that one was worth money. And I even told him one of the comic books during the time that I was collecting, and I didn't know. Unfortunately, I wasn't collecting that line, but it was during the Civil War of the Marvel comic books, and the comic book where Captain America dies in the Civil War. Yeah, that comic book, unless you had a reserved copy, you weren't getting one. The day it came out, it was selling for like $10,000 on eBay. I know, I checked. And, yeah. Turns out I'm actually missing one of those Civil War comic books. I collected the Spider-Man side. It was the one that I'm actually missing, and I know I had it at one point, was where Aunt May got shot. Because she got the bullet that was meant for Peter. And, well, let's just say, long story short, Spider-Man went black. He pulled out the old black Spider-Man costume, and he's like, nope, I'm not pulling any punches. He went through looking for the person who sent him. Then he went looking for the person who placed the hit. He wasn't making any snarky remarks, cracking jokes. He was breaking people's arms trying to find that guy. Yeah. Sorry. Comic book side. Yeah, the guy who actually placed the hit on him. Kingpin. But, alright. So, that is all I got for you today. I'm not even sure what vlog number I'm on. I know by the time I get this video posted, it'll be down there. If anybody has any questions about anything, feel free to ask. And if anybody's really curious how you get ungated in DVDs, I did make a video on my theory, because I never got officially approved. Because every once in a blue moon, I'll come across a DVD that I can't sell, but for the most part, I have no problems going to Walmart, scanning DVDs, and finding them to send into Amazon. But these are not from Walmart. These are from the thrift store, which is right next to where I work. 20 feature horror movie collection. I don't even remember what this one goes for. I Dream of Jeannie Season 1. Essential Massage and Aromatherapy. And just because I know some of you are like, DVDs, yeah, that's great and all, but where's the good stuff? Well, did I only get 2? I thought I got 3. Ah, here's the 3rd one. Alright, because I know some of you are at least wanting to see some good stuff. Mortal Kombat 3 for the Sega Genesis. Eternal Champions for the Sega Genesis. And Warlock for the Sega Genesis. Not too cheap. I paid $8 for this one. I don't even remember what it goes for, but it has not a lot of profit, but it has an excellent sell-through rate. And this is not a case that it came with. What is that supposed to be with? That's alright. I could still sell the game for profit. I think this one was going for like 20 bucks. I don't even remember. Feel free to take a look on eBay if you want to figure that out. There you go. See that? Yeah, I'll be cleaning that up more. So, alright. That's all I got for you. Just had to get that out of there. Get that out. Let you guys think about it. Do you think like an employee? Or do you think like a small business owner? Alright. So, don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below.